Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sin, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Particularly, I want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jevin Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we won't be able to do nearly as much as we do now. So, thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we are running here on Final Show Films. We are Julia, Casey, and Red of the Zodiac system, and we will be your storytellers, or game masters for the evening. I'm joined by a wonderful group of role players, some familiar faces, some new, and we will start our introductions tonight with Yari.
Hi, I'm Yari. I am playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Kisaki So, the Pokemon Ranger.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ramon, the deaf Pokeball tech.
Eric.
Hello, my name is Eric. I'm playing Gray Snap, the Wayward Chronicler.
And joining us for the first time tonight, Jordan.
Hello, I'm Jordan. I will be playing Reginald Schwinn Jr., the trust fund child, and I believe the Sniveling Ponce.
Yes, that's what we
Yes.
put on
For
the
his
overall.
pair words.
It's so good. It's so good. As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. And previously in the Hoenn region, our group decided that they needed to get a little bit more information about the exact location and whereabouts of Team Magma's base, because they knew vaguely that it was somewhere within the bricks of the Moss Deep College for the Deaf. Our group split into 3 different teams of So and Twilight, Gray and Ian, and Annabella and Ramon. Annabella and Ramon went to talk to the theater kids to get some reproductions of Team Magma uniforms, which they were very impressed that you got look-alike uniforms that were so close. You guys did great. So and Twilight.
As if we lifted them right off of a team.
Oh,
Right.
we didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
I lifted them out of a team member's hands.
True. So and Twilight, but mostly So, spoke to the president of the college and was directed towards the counselor there, which he spoke to as well, I believe, at that point.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe you got there. Okay. Connected a few things about recurring nightmares in different students, but nothing too out of the ordinary aside from regular college stuff. Which means we will be picking up tonight with Gray, who is joined by Ian.
With the local gym leaders, to let them know about what the counselor told us.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Ramon went and did that. Wait, weren't Gray and Ian with Annabelle and Ramon? Was it only 2 parties, or what were they doing?
They split up.
Started as 2 parties, and then we went into town. And I don't remember what Gray and Ian were going to do in town, but Annabella and Ramon went to the gym leaders.
I'm having trouble remembering some of those details.
Oh, were you going to go talk? Oh, you guys were going to go talk to the Jenny that does the. You guys were going to go talk
about the murder.
No, about the dreams, because there's a Jenny. There's a Jenny in town that does psychology.
Oh, Nurse Joy.
No, sorry, Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy. Yes, Nurse Joy in town. That does
psychology.
That does psychology stuff, and we were going to go talk to her.
People are getting weird dreams around. That's right.
Yeah, because people are getting weird dreams around. I don't remember if I was with you guys or not.
You were at the college at that point.
Well, no, because we had met back up, and I had told you about
it.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
It seems like a good group for you to join.
I think I would have been.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. Were you running them? I think you might have been.
You didn't go with Annabelle and Ramon.
Yeah, it was just us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go with Gray.
Unless I was doing something with the Jennies or with the Rangers in the city.
I wouldn't mind having somebody with me. I'm just because I'm having a little trouble remembering the details.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was gonna be you and Ian to kind of so you could establish because lack
And
of
then we
camera
could just
time.
kind of wait,
but-
letting the Jennies know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go with.
I mean, yeah.
I'll go with Gray, and we'll go talk
Someone
to.
Wait,
we'll
are we
talk
talking to
Nurse
the
Joy.
Jenny or the Joy?
Nurse Joy?
Joy.
Okay.
So you guys head to the Pokemon Center, which is always the first location to go for a joy. And you're told that the Nurse Joy that you're looking for has she's currently at the college, but is on her way back. Apparently discussing something with a colleague.
Would it be better to wait, or would it be better to try to find her?
She should be back in a few minutes. So if you guys will just take a seat. And about 15 minutes later, a Nurse Joy comes in, not dressed one-to-one, like the one behind the counter, because this one is wearing a lab coat and has foregone the hat. But her
and the other and the other Joys don't immediately go aberration and start eating her, so
Right.
you know it's fine.
This one has broken away from the rest of the hive, and
So there
It
are
is my
multiple Joys in
that-
this facility? Oh,
it's my belief that Nurse Joys and Officer Jennies are just a breed of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's why they're all identical.
Joys and Jennies just in general.
But the Nurse Joy walks behind the counter, is waved down by the other Nurse Joy that was sitting at the desk, points to you guys, and she walks over. Hello, my name's Joy. How can I help the two of you? My colleague said you needed something.
Do you want to take the lead on this, Eric? Because I'm happy to let Gray take the lead while I'm working on things.
um,
Do you need a refresher for
yeah,
what we learned?
could I?
Yeah, so what we learned was that a lot of people at the school have been having similar themed dreams. Not necessarily the same dreams, but they've been having recurring dreams about being enslaved. Which understanding how Courtney works, we got concerned that Courtney might be just brainwashing people in their sleep, or just mind slavering them in their sleep. And so we wanted to talk to somebody in town to see if any similar recurring things have been going on in town with people that don't go
Right.
to school.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Wanted to inquire, have you been getting any reports of strange dreams from anybody?
I mean, I see a few patients that have recurring nightmares.
People talking about dreams of being enslaved.
To be clear, strange dreams that are recurring across multiple people.
Yeah.
So we'll chime in.
There are a few of the patients that I see that have recurring nightmares. Enslavement. She looks at the Joy behind the counter and looks at the two of you. Come into my office. And she will lead you. We'll just lead the two of you past the counter and through the door behind there into a small hallway. One leads to a few rows of Pokemon, basically Bacta tanks, with a few different actual like medical slabs for working on Pokemon, but she turns a right and leads you into a fairly mundane office. It is gray carpet, dark wood furniture, basic black chairs, no decorations. The only things that are in here of any personal value is a single photo frame with this Joy and a Growlithe, and then hanging on the wall 3 different diplomas from different universities. It seems like she has a doctorate in psychology and she's also an RN.
How come you don't go by Dr. Joy? Wow.
Because to be quite honest, a lot of my siblings and relatives would be jealous. And so instead of rubbing it in the entire family's face, that I decided to go on and pursue bigger and better things, and didn't want to be a small fish in a large pond. I simply go by Joy.
Gotcha.
I don't begrudge the nurse title, but I've earned my keep. She walks over to a filing cabinet and starts thumbing through those. Specifically just dreams about being enslaved, correct?
Yeah, that seems to be what we've heard about.
That's the recurring theme that we're getting from several students, a surprising number of students in the college.
Interesting. Okay. She lays 4 folders on her desk. These are recurring dreams about enslavement. The other 6 individuals who have been having recurring dreams have different flavors, different their own vices. So yeah, 3 different individuals, everybody above the age of 18. 2 men, 1 woman, and a gender fluid individual.
Have you noticed this before? For them to have a common thread like this?
During my residency, there was a big uptick in recurring dreams. Some people said it was Darkrai, other people blame. It was about 5 years ago, so you can do the math.
It was Groudon.
Yeah, it was during the Groudon event.
So
there was a lot of energies in the air and a lot of stress. So
Julia, what are HIPAA laws like in this world?
You're working with law enforcement right there. So is technically a law enforcement agent. So that kind of goes out the window to a small degree.
It's allowed. This is okay.
I enforce Pokemon law.
Yeah, do you have a warrant?
You need like a subpoena.
just starts beating Nurse Joy. It's like, who needs a warrant?
You have a warrant? I have a Lucario.
I am a
Lucario. Right this way, sir.
Would it be possible to read notes on the dreams without, even if the person, if the patient in question remained anonymous?
Give me a moment. I can go make some photocopies of some of my notes with some things marked out. It's gonna be fine. I need to remove all identifying information. You know how it goes. But I can, in fact, give you at least the details of the dreams that they remembered and told me.
That'll be perfectly fine. Thank you.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
And she steps out of the office.
I nearly had a heart attack because I didn't notice if the audio output, my hearing, was going through to the stream. It is, but it was because I glanced at it at a point where no one else was talking. It was like, what? Oh no, it's working.
You've recently had streaming difficulties.
Yeah, we had some technical
Oh,
difficult.
too much plurality.
OBS is
A problem.
an adjective.
Sir, may I have some less?
After about 10 minutes, she comes back in with four pieces of paper, big heavy black marks, or you're just given like half a page, because she did that thing where you lay a blank piece of paper on top of everything and copied it.
Mhm.
And looking through these notes, there's one person that talks about being enslaved and being forced to basically turn a mill wheel. There's another individual who talked about being enslaved to hunt. They never said what they were supposed to find, just that they were supposed to hunt.
Huh.
One of the other ones is about enslavement, and then abandonment. Like they were basically captured, enslaved, and then thrown into a cell for the remainder of the dream and forced to live out that. And then the last one discusses someone who was in their dream. They were enslaved and then forced to kill things placed in front of them.
You said something like, "Oh,
they would be given a box and an axe and told kill, and that was it."
Roughly when did these dreams start? Do you recall? To the nurse Troy.
I would say about a month or two ago.
And is that in line with what we learned from the school psychiatrist?
Yeah, thereabouts. It's been the last 6 to 8 weeks that people have been kind of going a little funky.
All right. I think that's fully what we needed. If you would, and I'll hand her, I'll have my Rotom phone pop up to provide provide data. Let me know if any of these dreams start to take drastic turns, or if you notice any abrupt and sudden changes in behavior from these patients. Because our concern is that somebody is psychically influencing these patients. And we've got evidence. We've got evidence to suggest that that is what's going on, and that it's not just them.
I see. That's a lot. It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, he says. Just giving her the look of I'm a Pokemon Ranger, and this is my job.
is this okay?"
No, it's not okay, but yeah, it's fine.
It's okay for you to do this.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're with a ranger, which means when the law asks for something, you give it.
So it feels
And may
slightly
I-
awkward because he doesn't use any of that authority regularly at all, but he understands where that comes from.
How often, may I ask how often these clients meet with you?
Once every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? Have they continued to be on schedule?
The only one that all but one.
You haven't seen one of them recently.
She's missed our last 2 appointments.
Have you been able to reach her at all?
I've sent emails. We try not to call
Mm-hmm.
because we know people hate that.
I may
we've sent emails, we've
suggest
sent things.
I may suggest doing a welfare check at some point. And when you do, please do not go alone.
She leans over and pulls out her top desk drawer and places a Pokeball on top. Ultra Ball specifically.
Is there a follow-up to that, or does she
Me-
just leave it there?
Yeah,
She's not going alone.
meaning no disrespect.
So let's see about the size
I
toss
do
motherfucker.
I do intend I do mean a Jenny with you as if possible.
I was going to suggest as much.
I guess that's fair. It's protocol anyway.
But yes, thank you very much for your time. And I will gesture to Gray that we can go.
Mm-hmm. And I thank her as well. I, the player, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to ask while we're here, but I
No,
think
we pretty much got it.
pretty much, yeah. Okay.
And then head back to meet up at the secret base.
Yep. So the 5 of you, because we have to count Ian, the 5 of you meet back up at the secret base. Discussions?
Yeah. Right. So we've learned that there are definitely people in the city that are also being affected. And are being tasked with doing, frankly, some heinous ass shit.
We need
In the dreams.
to let the authority know. Thumb over shoulder at the legendaries.
Oh, okay. Here, read these.
Darkrai takes them, flips through. Well, if there's one thing I can tell you, it's that she is an amateur.
Who?
Courtney, I would assume.
That's her guess.
If
And
this is Courtney, she's very sloppy.
How do you mean?
These nightmares are ineloquent. They're straightforward and to the point. These are
don't
not designed to do what nightmares do. These are designed to cover up what they're doing in a waking life.
Yeah, I don't
It's going for practicality over style, is for lack of a better term.
I don't think she's trying
Not
to
trying
be
to give people nightmares. She's trying to have
Yeah.
brain
She's trying to
slaves.
mind control.
You said to cover what they're doing in waking life?
Yes.
So that they don't recall something that they're actually doing?
Mm-hmm. Yes. That and your dreams are how you humans process information that you've absorbed subconsciously throughout the day. That unfortunately also manifests for the things that you dissociate away from and don't remember happening.
So
Courtney's just using that to her advantage to cover up the murders, extortions, etc.
Yes.
Just not well.
So they might be doing the things in the dreams or something
yeah,
else.
they are doing the things that they're dreaming about when they're not dreaming, but they just don't remember
Mhm.
it.
They don't remember it because
But they
think
remember it as a dream.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's a
it
concerning
just seems like
number
she's
of
stepping on some toes here is all.
it's a concerning number of students that she's affecting as well as people in the town.
I just want to know what her aim for all of this is, other than just causing chaos.
This is apparent. I mean, like, my assumption is she's using them to do her various levels of dirty work. I just don't know why or what for.
Yes,
Wouldn't
that's the
mind
problem
never
with-
knowing what her
Yeah.
goal is here. She could just stop.
Well,
That would be okay.
I think that's where we come in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ramon. I think it's our job to stop her.
she's not going to stop until we stop her.
Is there anything we could do to try to disrupt this process?
We have the two
From
best
where we are?
Pokemon. I mean, we have the two best Pokemon capable of that, but
Well, that would disrupt the nightmares, not the actions they're taking during the day.
unfortunately.
Gotta wonder if maybe the nightmares are a blessing.
There's a reason you humans fracture your identities so you don't remember what you go through. That's extreme examples, but
the
Even
Zodiac
to a
system
lesser
pokes
extent,
a finger through the
dissociation
wall.
is a thing.
Well, nevertheless, something's making them go through it. Can we or go through with these processes, whether they're covering it up or for
Yeah.
themselves, or whether their memories are covering it up
Yeah.
for them or not?
Courtney is making them go through it.
Right.
So disrupting the process means stopping Courtney.
I mean, I could punch her in the throat if we can catch up to her.
I was just wondering if we'd be able to go ahead and do anything from here. I don't know if that's practical.
From here, not
Mm.
particularly.
The two of us can monitor the dreamscapes of the citizens of Moss Deep tonight, and see if we can learn anything.
At the risk of sounding like an invasion of privacy, could you backtrace who these dreams are coming from? Like finding specific victims?
Can a psychologist really keep these files secret from a legendary Pokemon? Can't they just go in and take them if they need to?
That's unfortunately my concern, is sounding I've been through enough to
They're
want my own
fucking
privacy.
gods. What is Nurse Joy gonna do about it?
Right, but I don't want to be the one to do that, you know?
I think it's their jurisdiction. Y'all just do whatever you're gonna do. It's cool.
If any of those nightmares recur, I can potentially point you in a direction to a human.
Right.
I mean,
Can't hurt.
If we wanted to go that route, I could just get a warrant and go in and get the names of the patients. But I think that's all going to lead us back to Courtney eventually, and we're already heading that direction. I don't know that we need to disturb these people.
We might as well jump right to it.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to disturb
Shut
these
down
people's daily
operations here
lives.
at least.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. We're not letting this college bullshit ain't gonna fly.
No.
No, of course not.
They said 2 days or tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
What's tomorrow night?
The
The
costumes will be ready.
The outfits will be ready.
The invasion.
Oh, right.
We're
Right.
heading in
Yes.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I got some work to do in my room between now and then. So If y'all wouldn't mind, I'm gonna nope out of here real quick.
Would you care for an extra pair of hands? I have some things I want to work on myself.
Absolutely, I've got a great space for it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Out of
Crafting
character.
montage!
Yes, out of character, there's a list of stuff Annabella can make. If anyone wants anything, I'll let you know what shards I have available.
I just made a list of the things that I am making for y'all, so y'all
Yeah.
can.
I just haven't got any specific orders, so if there's any of those you want,
Where's the list?
posted up in Slack further up.
I've already got an attack booster.
It's a little bit far up.
I can
But,
only have one accessory, and I've already got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Julia, it's in my notes. I got the money from everybody to make the, to pay for the crafting and spent the money.
Oh.
It's
There, I
the
just
bottom half
posted
of
the
my
link
note,
to the post.
just in case you want it.
Okay.
I'm seeing it.
I guess I could, like, if you had this. I don't have the funds. I've already spent all my money. But a focus that I could wear as a headpiece would be useful, possibly.
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah, I can try and get you that. What color shards are we unlikely to be wanting? Annabella's also going to do a dowsing run today as well, just to get as much shards as we can.
Go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage for you.
And I will
Yep.
do some. And
That's
I will do
fine.
some EXP training. For
And I will let
myself
you
and
know.
others.
Yes, and yes, I will mark off 6 shards at some point of various colors and have at.
But I also have time during our we're waiting around anyway. I wouldn't mind spending some time at the college repairing people's broken Pokeballs for cash.
Actually,
Oh yeah.
I want
So
to
if you could
find.
let me know how much I can make off of that.
In addition to doing EXP training, I also want to go and see if I can find one more secret base flag. Because if we can, so we
Okay.
can max out our secret base bonus experience. I wonder if there's some random rich kid who might have been in town and left a secret base somewhere.
Doodly doodly doo.
Probably
Remote.
has all of the flags because he bought them all.
Here, I can't comment.
Fine.
Ramon, you make 2010.
Yes, I'm almost there.
How can I be most helpful during this montage?
Help me find a secret base.
Help you find a secret base?
I will
Want me to-
take either survival or perception checks from the two of you.
Could I
If
use
you have
could
a
I use
commitment
intuition
with a different, yes.
because of
If you
because
have
of
a
my
commitment
aura
with a
of
different
life?
stat, go ahead.
I will use
Um,
aura of life so that I can use my intuition instead. Because
I'll perceptionalize it.
because I can see the aura of any living creature around me, and also I can see ghosts.
He can
Did
also,
I-
but he wasn't going to brag.
I don't know. Did mine roll or did it not roll?
It might have gotten lost. Let's
Sorry,
see.
I am doing a spam.
I don't see it. Just roll again.
I
Okie
don't see
dokie.
your roll. Apologies. I'll hold on.
I got a 17 on my intuition.
I've got to perceptionalize.
13
Oh well.
Those aren't bad. Remember, you can spend an AP if you want to add one to that roll. But 13 and a 17,
Mm-hmm.
not bad at all.
I'm back. I'm still listening.
It takes, like, the people in this town are good at secret base hiding. There's this, like,
Vast culture of it.
yes. So it takes you a bit because these are well hidden. And the one that you find is almost, it takes you a bit to figure out how to get into it because it is on the underside of a balcony that is on the second floor. You can just see the handle.
So college student.
Oh, I just have Doubleblade float up and open it.
Yep.
Murasame, go.
And
open it.
as you open it, a ladder slides down. The inside of this secret base is the thing you know immediately is that the two favorite types of Pokemon this person enjoys are psychic types and electric types. There is a gigantic 6-foot-tall stuffed Gengar just standing in the corner.
Is it the one with the
I would
rolly tongue?
I would say taxidermy style, but they don't have a physical form. So the next best
What are you
thing
talking
of
about?
a
I can
gigantic,
touch a Gengar.
you sure can, sweetie.
Good for you. I was gonna say, is it the giant Mega Gengar with a rolly out tongue that actually exists? And I desperately need.
Is it a sleeping bag tongue? Is that where the naps happen in this base?
The other large Pokemon item is a gigantic, much larger than actual life, Galvantula stuffed animal that they have fixed to the corner of the wall.
No, please.
Um,
I am retconning that Ramon also had one of those while in college and gave it to one of his underclassmen when he left.
Can I document this for posterity?
You sure can.
Look over at Gray like, why would you want to?
Just to
there's
reference
a bunch
later.
There's a bunch of imagery, lightning bolts, a few a like silhouette cutout of the Abra line. If you had to pick between the two, they probably prefer psychics over everything.
Looking for their flag.
The only thing that could possibly be the flag in this area is a small black and red notebook that has been placed directly in the center of a desk in the corner. And as soon as you open it, like as soon as you open the cover, the QR code is not only on the book part of it, but on the first page as well.
QR
so-
code?
That's how
Yes,
we're doing the flags for the secret bases.
Yes, they are digital.
Yeah, they're digital flags.
You have to scan it, and then you have to scan the QR code in your own base.
Yeah.
So you still have to return, and at any point in time, your electronic communication with it can be interrupted by somebody else getting into the secret base and scanning it before you've gotten back.
Yeah.
That's
So
how it works.
battling
In
over
the video
getting
games,
the
it's
flag.
capture the flag.
Yeah, the capture the flag part is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's why we're getting the flags, because they provide tangible benefits, and also it's a capture the flag thing. So yeah.
Cool.
Hurry on back to the base. See if there's any
Nice.
random items that have dropped on the ground on the way, if I can.
You guys can roll some pickup rolls or luck rolls.
Yeah, get a luck roll.
Luck rolls?
I found a
What's
great
it?
ball.
What's where how do
So,
I do that?
There is, if you look in the if you go to the compendium tab, there's a folder that says roll tables.
Gotcha.
And if you click on the roll tables folder and then click on PTR roll tables, you'll get
Peter roll tables.
another 3 things
Of the New Hampshire roll tables.
Go into pickup tables and then luck table.
And you
Luck
can
table.
drag and drop luck table onto that bar on the bottom that has all the numbers
onto your
because
hotbar.
you'll use it often.
And then you
Okay.
just click on it to roll on the luck table, and whatever it says you get is what you get.
Cool.
And then you can drag and drop, like, so
From
got
the
a great
chat.
ball.
Yeah.
He can drag and drop from that to his character sheet to add it to his
Yo,
300 pen.
not bad.
I'll take it.
Yep, you found $3 on the ground.
Hell yeah.
Hey, look, I found $3.
I found
That's
a great
actually, like-
ball.
That's actually great.
Aw.
I got 300. Or I got $3. I found a great ball. I feel like somehow this didn't work out.
I mean, that's halfway to a great
I
ball.
don't know, that's
True.
almost even.
That's
ha-
halfway to a great ball, I think. Great balls are
That's-
6.
It's halfway to a great
Ramon
ball,
could turn
and
300 pen into a great ball.
and
True.
it's a basic ball and a half.
With this,
Um,
this right here, I could get a ball and a half.
Really, what it
So
is
the night-
is food.
The night moves forward,
And yeah,
and
EXP training for
some
everybody.
crafting is done. Some training's done. You guys have a new flag. About 9:30. You see Darkrai and Cresselia just walk over to 2 of the beanbags you guys have in the living room, and they sit down and have an actual conversation. Very quiet, hushed, and very quick. And Darkrai pulls out those papers, hands them to Cresselia. They say a few things back and forth to each other, and she hands Darkrai back the papers, which he sets on the ground, and then swivels in the beanbag, lies back, and goes unconscious.
I'm just
Um,
looking at the
Darkrai
face.
did?
Yep.
So, sweating from doing some ridiculous amount of physical exercise and just in in his exercise outfit, which is just pants, no shirt, just looks over
Oh,
at
he's wearing
Cresselia.
pants this time.
Just looks over at Cresselia and goes, "What's going on?"
He wanted to see if he could. He's walking the dreamscape.
Ah, okay.
He wanted to see if he could pinpoint any of these 4.
All right.
He could be
Well,
back in
we'll
a few
just
minutes.
see then.
He might not be back until daybreak.
Well, good luck to him.
And while I do trust you, know that and she will pick up an arm and let it drop of Darkrai's, and it just dead weights onto the beanbag. You can destroy these bodies all you want. They're fake.
I wasn't
The body's fake.
going to, but that's
They're gods.
good to know.
Okay.
It's also, yes, it's good information
kill
in
them
case
by-
you ever see it happen.
Essentially, you can't kill them by killing the body that is in front of you because they're like fucking gods.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean all the reports of like champion trainers catching legendaries is them catching fakes?
I don't want to say yes, but what I do want to say is those stories probably ended up being a little exaggerated because we will work with a human. She says, gesturing to the room.
I mean, yeah. I just remember hearing like back when I was doing my league attempt as a kid. I just remember hearing about some guy in Johto that had that apparently had caught like 8 legendaries at some point, and
I don't know what that region's doing. Sounds sloppy to me. She takes a drink of tea. She did not have that a minute ago.
I love Cresselia
I
doing
love
the Kermit
legendary
P gif
just goss. Yeah.
about gold, just like sounds sloppy.
Yeah. I love the legendary just goss we're just getting snippets of.
Yeah. Well, I mean that makes me feel better. I guess.
So-
I guess that means that nobody's like going around catching Palkia or Dalkia.
Comment.
Spoilers.
Gonna continue doing the same stuff tomorrow while we wait for the shit to be ready.
So time
Yeah.
skip.
Yep.
Yes.
More
Mhm.
more crafting montage
Yep.
and Pokeball repair.
Uh,
I will sing the montage
Ramon
song
will
if you
see-
want me to, but
There's a montage
Montage.
song.
it's from South Park, I believe.
no, it's from Team America World Police.
It is right. It's
Time
Team
for a
America.
montage.
Montage.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, time skip stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, little flavor thing. Ramon will see that Annabella gets very into her work. Crowley has to remind her to have dinner and go to sleep.
Ramon is a
At
little
a-
bit
at a
better about remembering
reasonable hour.
those things, but he is perfectly content just sharing a room and doing a
Yeah.
big old
Like-
crafting party.
I don't know how much they're talking. Most probably not a ton.
Probably
just
not a
kind of-
lot.
Yeah.
It's fun to just. It's like being
Just the
back in
company is nice.
college. Everybody's in
just
the
have-
same room and working their ass off.
Yeah, the company is
Not a
nice.
silent parallel
Mhm.
play.
Somebody's
How many-
feeling a little bit nostalgic now that we've been spending so much time at the college. So it's nice.
How many more times will we say time skip before we actually skip time?
Sorry.
No, I'm s-
Montage.
The following evening, you guys, Ramon, you pick up a set of Team Magma uniforms. And you guys have 5 Team Magma uniforms that you can use to do the thing.
well, oh yeah, because legendaries don't need them. Yep.
Yeah, and we're going in after dark. So once it's dark, I'll bring those back to the base, pass them out. And once it's dark, we're ready to go. Oh, I also have my let me go ahead and pass out the crafting stuff.
Yeah.
Um
Do you want me to go first while you're A,
Go
pulling it up,
first.
and
I'll pull up
B,
all the
yours
stuff.
is a lot longer? Annabella comes out with this, just like it looks silver, but it's clearly a cheaper metal because what she had available. Just little metal headband studded with gemstone shards in mostly red and green, but there's a little bit of everything in there. And just hands that out to Sen in a small box.
Or to sell.
Oh, so sorry.
Cool.
Just holds that out.
Do I just put it on?
Put it on and it should strengthen your abilities. Far as I can tell. Tapping into aura is a little difficult.
Puts it on.
And whichever stat you want
Yeah.
out of character, I'm assuming you asked for this.
Yeah, opening attack.
Put it on like a garter.
It goes on my head.
So
Did
you
I
you
stutter?
put it down and instantly die. And
Yeah, I put on the crown and die.
that was the true plan the whole time.
Wow. I am secretly playing Courtney.
All right, what's next?
You got any more?
No, that's it. No one else asked for anything. So
I
Wasn't
have
ready.
for Annabella and for Gray. Each of you get a Tangle Ball, which is I think that's just what I decided to name a gadget that it gives you can use it to use the threaded capability. But also you can like throw it and break it to choose up to 3 targets within 4 meters and perform an AC4 status attack against them as a standard action. All hit
Okay.
targets.
What's this called again?
I called it a Tangle Ball. It's just a thing Ramon made.
Okay.
All hit targets become stuck and trapped for 1 round.
Okay.
Let me know when you break it because I get an AP back for that.
Yeah.
Oh.
there's no way to get this into my character sheet inventory, is it?
No,
Is
it's
there?
an ability I've got.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
guessing
if
you're
you
gonna
just
roll
want
at
to
that
write
point.
it down as a thing, like add an item and write it down as a thing, I can remind you the stats of it.
Okay.
Whenever you need it. Here, I'll just
Okay.
paste them into the chat.
Just add
Yeah.
item into your inventory called Tangle Ball.
So you get a crude knife. It gives you the zapper capability, which is essentially just an electric circle attack.
I have a taser knife.
But you can also break it as a rapid action upon hitting a foe with a zapper modified struggle to paralyze that foe.
Ooh,
It's a taser.
yeah.
What happened?
It's
I
a
tried
taser
to
knife.
copy.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It went weird.
Add item taser knife.
I will work on. There we go. That worked. That includes the technicals of what the items do. Annabella and Gray both have a threaded item, and so has a zapper item. So you can reference that there.
Nice. I just put the taser knife brackets zapper in my equipment.
I also made some stuff for myself to use that will be of support to the group at large. Net caps, pester balls. I don't know what this threaded capsule is. Geez, I should have been more.
Welcome to crafted classes in PTU. Just a lot of words.
I don't remember what either of those is, so maybe I'll figure it out.
Hold on. Is this from engineer, right? This is from the Porygon Dream?
I labeled them capsules, and I've got a thing called capsule science. So it makes me think that they go in the cap cannon.
Yeah, there would be something that you could shoot out of the cap cannon, probably.
But I don't see but my things I can put in the cap cannon are bean caps, glue caps, and net caps, not threaded caps or zapper caps. So I don't know what's up with that.
Did you make a capsule that has the threaded or zapper
Enhanced capsules.
enhancement so that you could shoot?
Aha! I found them. Yeah, no, I found them.
You got like a taser ball and a tangle ball that you could just shoot at people.
The threaded capsule is like 2 glue caps. It's an upgraded glue cap, and the zapper. I don't see it. Maybe I meant magnetic. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Zapper. No, zapper is at the bottom of the. I meant to do that. Zapper, you may activate this effect as a rapid action.
Enhanced capsules. I meant to do that is different from capsules.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotcha. Anyways.
I'll figure it out. It's good.
If there are no other last minute preparations,
I'm just trying to figure out how to add +5 to my strength stat after my +2 default combat stages, and it's not working.
Disgusting. Anyway, you guys get in your uniforms. Cresselia changes her outfit to reflect that. Still wearing May's face, but is in a Team Magma uniform.
Totally going to be doing custom Team Magma sprites for all of us, even if we're past this point. By the time I get around to making them, I'm going to customize Team Magma sprites so that I have 5 unique ones, each one representing the 5 characters that are infiltrating.
We can just use those at any time you guys fight Team Magma.
It won't be confusing at all.
I'm gonna pull these on. Oh gosh, I'm used to wearing something a little baggier usually. Oh wow, my thighs look amazing. Holy mackerel.
In the fashion travesty, it's altogether too much red.
So, Julia, narratively, would I be able to get away with the thing that happens in anime where they do infiltrations, but they still customize the infiltration outfits so that you can tell who the protagonists are even when they're infiltrating, and what would give away anyone else, but for whatever reason it doesn't give them away here?
I definitely want to say yes, and it's just going to happen because that's the way the screen's going to work. And I love that visual, and that's one of my favorite.
Because I just love the idea of like right after Gray goes, "Wow, my thighs look great," so pulls on the sweater, and the sleeves just explode because his arms are too big. Just
That's dumb.
I love it.
This will be fine. This will be fine. It's all about the attitude.
As you all get ready and head towards the college, that is where our camera will shift. Reginald.
Yes.
You were told, join Team Magma for glory, for an expanded world full of Pokemon, and quite frankly, because they're badasses.
They're very, very cool.
The last week, since your orientation, has proven everything you've known about Team Magma slightly wrong. Maybe
that happens sometimes.
The first time in your life that you've gone without eating for a day before. He's quickly that you get to eat every other day.
Am I in like a room? Am I contained right now, or am I part of like a group?
At the moment, this is sort of free time in the base before like lights out and then fire watch. So you guys have about an hour until compound lights go down.
Okay, so I'm with like a bunch of other effective like grunts, more or less.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
You're in a room with 15 other grunts, all just crammed into a single room with as many bunk beds as they could stuff in there.
Yeah. I'll turn to whichever one I'm splitting the bunk bed with. I do think I have been slowly moving my belongings onto his bunk bed, trying to claim both, just a little bit at a time. Even though I can't possibly sleep on them both at the same time, it's still just kind of my
the other one's
instinct
for
to
his
do
ego.
so. Yeah, exactly. Again, yeah, no, this is my rental bunk bed. This is my vacation bunk. He'll turn to his bunkmate and be like, you there? How long have you been here for?
It's been 9 days for me.
9 days. And how long are they doing the intermittent fasting routine?
Yeah, from what I've been hearing from everybody else, that doesn't stop.
Oh, that's a very bold dietary plan. I hear that's not healthy. That's not really good for my skin. And there has been a lot of gluten in the gruel lately. I've sent some notes out to the chef. I haven't heard back yet.
That's because the chef is a microwave.
They have a Rotom all the way out here?
Oh, buddy. I have a feeling, and it might just be the $1,000 shoes. But you're probably not used to scraping by, are you?
In what sense? I mean, there was one time when we went skiing in Paldea, and they gave us the wrong room, and it was they called it a presidential suite, but I'll tell you what, it's more vice presidential than anything else.
My mom worked 2 jobs and slept probably 4 hours between the age of my ages of 8 and 18. So, I mean, that's the life I come from, Mr.
It's impressive.
I,
Well, because I mean, being in 2 places at once, it's very wise of her, because the way that the money trickles down, if she's in 2 different spots, she's collecting twice as much. I'm sure at this point that it's trickled down quite a bit. She must have quite a bit saved up, and is able to send you to boarding school here. That's the Hoenic dream.
just gonna real quick roll something for this dude.
I am deceased.
Is his spirit broken enough that he doesn't just slug him and walk away?
GM, I reached through the screen and
The guy looks at you, goes to say something, and then you hear, McKinley, you're on watch. Oh, thank Arceus. And he just stands up and leaves.
I immediately go and sit on his bunk.
victory.
Some other highlights from your first week. You are on a orientation basis, which means in 2 weeks you will start moving bases. You will not be kept in the same spot for more than 2 days. And this is supposedly done so that not only are the secret bases hidden from law enforcement, but when you are suddenly somewhere else because you've walked down the wrong hallway, you tend to not know how to get back or get to somebody who can get you there. Because the bases, you have also learned, are a series of interconnected secret bases that you're not entirely certain how, but the reports have been because Courtney is able to do some weird shit, all of these secret bases are tied together. And there are designated rooms in the building which will let you go into the other secret bases.
So my character's adept skill is intuition. Is there anything in my time here that I've been able to kind of pick up, like in terms of just the vibes, I guess, like what I was expecting versus what I'm seeing?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me intuition.
Okay. All right, first roll of the game. How do I make the computer do the thing?
So on the stats screen, when you're looking at your skills, you'll go over
Yeah.
to the dice and actually click on the dice, the 3d6, 2d6,
There,
whatever.
I knew there was some way to do it. All right,
And then
intuition. Nice.
It'll give you
There's
2
little pop-ups you can
pop-ups.
click through 'em.
Just hit okay, and
Public
then
roll.
it'll roll.
16. You're getting, one thing you have noticed is a lot of people are in the same boat as you. Not necessarily they didn't necessarily join Team Magma because
Oh,
they
there you are.
awesome, or that they're in the same echelon as you. But they're people who have come in and their expectations have been wildly different than what conditions actually are.
I was told that this was a group of dashing I'll be honest, I was expecting them to be a lot more handsome. These men look, no offense, but they look very goon-like. I'm not here to associate with goons.
You're saying Reginald's not a gooner?
I was gonna say asexuals be like,
That guy, I understand that. I understood that reference.
No, I'm a double edge, but I don't goon.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
God damn it.
I'm done.
You are pulled from your we'll call it feedback, and told that you are needed on guard duty, and you are placed with a senior guard or a senior grunt at one of the many entrances to the secret base.
Good. My astute senses are finally being put to proper use.
And you are basically told, stand there, make sure nobody gets in. Those are the 2 rules.
Yes, and while I'm here, do you have like a chewy bar?
But no.
Like a slowpoke tail?
Oh God, no.
Come with me if you want to eat. That's how we get him.
All right. I'm going to have to. I mean, I don't want to say anything. I may have to send a letter to my dad about this. I was expecting something, more to this place, but no, we'll see what happens. I'll stand here. I'll watch the door. I'll make sure nobody listens in on your secret clubhouse. Everything's safe with me. Wink, wink.
You're not supposed to say the wink part out loud.
I love the idea that he just said wink, wink.
Wink
Doesn't even do the motion. Just says wink. Doesn't even do
Just
the wink.
stare without blinking
Wink,
at all.
wink.
Is this? I was told this is how the common folk behave. Now, so we've got what, a good 8 hours together. Tell me, do you want a bike?
Oh God.
Just
With that,
puts on headphones.
that's where
Yeah,
we'll
he's
go
gonna
to
try to
break.
upsell him.
And with that, that's where we're going to go to break.
Yep.
Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, walk around a little bit, do what you need to do. And we will be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages.
And we're back. A dinosaur story.
A Tyrantrum story. Okay, so the 5 of you.
5.
Your
Ian.
clues so far have been it is a brick in the walls of the college. You've also heard
Well, we know
rumors
it's in the
about
library. We know it's in the
the
library.
library. Yeah.
We've had
So-
we had the library locked off, like warded off as well.
That is correct. That is correct.
Did the dean of the students get back to me with that key?
Yes.
Cool. All right.
That would have arrived via
Delibird, presumably.
courier this morning.
Cool. All right.
I will text one of my buddies if we cannot find it.
So Annabella has psionic sight.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at finding secret bases.
Okay. So as you guys walk up to the library, there are 2 security guards posted outside, which is not abnormal.
Yeah, totally not.
That's usually the run of things. But as you approach, one of them just sort of looks over his glasses at you, big, thick Coke bottle glasses. And sees your hair. So
Mhm.
you see, you can see mental calculus happening. And he just nods and takes a step to the right of the door, allowing you guys entrance to one of the 2 double doors.
Head on through.
The inside of this library is not the most expansive collection of books. It's still hefty, because the proper definition of a library is at least 1,000 books.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Not know that.
And so
I learned a thing.
there are 2 floors here. Do you want to start looking on the first floor or the second, or do you want to split up?
I would like to use
We
my
don't want to split up.
I would like to use my aura sight to find the living aura leaking out of the out of the secret base.
So anybody who is searching can go ahead and give me perception checks or intuition checks, whichever.
In the case of me, yeah. Oh, and yeah,
Since my search. Sorry.
It's-
go ahead.
it was like Yari's sonic sight.
Yes. May I use focus instead because my search is psionic?
you-
So is intuition allowed, or do we have to have a reason that we would be able to use intuition?
you have to have a reason. Like
Have to have
So
a
has
reason.
a feature that lets him use his intuition check.
Some of yours
Okay.
might.
Huh?
Because don't you use intuition to interface with other creatures too?
Yeah. Have to start channeling things.
But do you have to know the creatures are there already to do that?
Quick look. Says you channel the target Pokemon. It focuses on Pokemon though, so I feel like I'd have to like have some awareness of it being there.
Yeah, if there's a target Pokemon, you have to know the Pokemon's there. So
Yeah. I'll
perception.
stick with perception. I'm pretty good at that.
While we're on the subject of supernatural bullshit, can we say that
20.
Anna and Cresselia have said a thing if we split up, telepathic communication between each other to keep communication between the 2 groups as best they can?
100%. Yeah, she would 100% be down for that. She told you be prepared, but she is down for that.
Yes, Anna's a little bit limited on her end, so it's mostly going to be on Cresselia to keep the bond between them going. But at least they can. Like, there's 2 points
Can't
on
we
a
call each other on the
telephone line.
Pokegear?
Yes, but yes, but that would
Yes.
still be out loud.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
And
We have at least 2
signals can
telepaths in the
be-
room.
Signals can be jammed and stuff.
Yes,
And we
plus
don't,
just
yeah, and
verbal communication.
we have no idea what's going to happen to our Rotom phones and the like once we get inside the secret base. So
Right.
Facial distortions, etc. So telepathic communication. But in terms of like extending range, that's going to be on Cresselia.
So yeah, so we got a 21, a
I only have
23, a
12
20, and
meters.
an 8.
Yeah.
No one is too worried
It
about.
takes you guys a while. It takes you about an hour. You do a fairly quick sweep of the first floor, determine that there hasn't been people in here since yesterday. The first floor is dead, and you can feel that. And nothing in any of the walls is out of place. You slide your hands over every surface. Nothing catches, so you guys go to the second floor. And at the very back of the library, in the very center of the wall, like the exact center brick, is where you land on it presses in to open the secret base.
Oh, we're all gathered, so
As you open the secret base, it opens into a door, which after you walk through, you are greeted with the first sounds you hear are your feet hitting concrete. And then a whole lot of silence, and then a lot of just chatter.
Relevant for some of the characters. Prior to coming in, So would have put Murasame in his Pokeball for the first time that you all have ever known him, like since you have known him. And so he would have brought out this ancient looking, like, wooden Pokeball. That
anybody who wants to
and
can give me either a general education check or an occult education roll.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
the
be
three that are there.
all over that occult education right there.
This is when Sen
About
gets to learn a
ghost
little
shit
bit
or about the Pokeball?
a little bit more about her family, about how special that Pokeball is.
Oh, hey, Annabella, I rolled the same as you.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can I make an argument for tech ed?
Yes. I'll allow it.
Given that my specialty is Pokeballs.
Yes. 23. The first
Ooh.
thing you notice is there's no press release on that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a dial on
It's
it?
got a latch on top.
Yeah, I know
specifically
exactly what
yours
this
does
is.
not.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, nice.
Specifically, yours does not. So you have just heard this is how they used to be made. You didn't think anything of it. As So holds out this basically sphere with a line through it and a bunch of wooden carvings. Part of it lights up to open the Pokeball and close it. You've always just been told that's how it used to work.
Yeah.
The three of you, that's not science.
Ramon goes to grabby hands and then realizes this is not the time. Not the time.
Talks him into the vest.
As I mess with a little bit of Pokemon lore for my own benefit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. It's great.
Annabella will just say in So's head, at some point I would like to study that out of morbid curiosity, but now is not the time.
So you get like sense of confusion back from So as he's wondering why you want to study a Pokeball.
Ramon was also very obviously interested.
That's for another time.
This is one of my favorite tropes of the this is just how things are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, and So is perfect for that because everything is just how things are.
Also on the
Everyone can
subject of
punch
weird
ghosts.
occurrences. Yeah. Also on the subject of weird occurrences, Crowley is not out, which is extremely odd.
Yeah.
Huge.
Crowley is
It
never
is
in
more
his Pokemon.
amenable to time in the Pokeball lately, so it's
Yeah,
less weird that she's put away.
Annabella always has Crowley with her. It is currently Steiner the Chair Cadet.
I'm so new, I didn't notice.
Yeah. Crowley is literally actually her emotional support Pokemon and has never seen without her.
Yeah,
vice
there's-
versa as
Unless
well.
the blue rules of the place they're in say that even
Yeah.
emotional support Pokemon have to be in the Pokeball. And that's kind of rare.
But yeah, so Murasame is like right underneath the chest, the first Pokemon that I would be able to pull out if needed. But
um,
yeah, and then
so you guys step through. There's a weird that silence you hear before voices start coming in. It's a weird distortion, and you feel it. It does not feel like walking into a regular secret base. You kind of get a little nauseous.
I've got my aura sight up. I'm just looking at seeing what changes, if anything, like what's going on around me as we go.
Well, the first thing you notice are the two people directly in front of you. Not pointed at you.
Yeah.
But on either side of the opening that you guys have come through. But you also note numerous bodies. Like just looking around, you can see from here at least 10 signatures of people.
I guess I'll look at the people that are on the guards that are in the room with us to see if they react to us entering as we walk in.
They look at you, they look at your uniforms, and let you walk through.
Is one of those guards in particular slightly annoying sounding?
Did I make it back in time?
It might also
he
be that
spoken
they're
yet?
kind. One is obviously not paying attention, and the other one seems to be at the edge of their rope. As Jordan, why don't you go ahead and describe, albeit in currently Team Magma uniform, what Reginald looks like?
So that's what I told him. That's not how you win a dressage contest. Yeah, you see a very foppish, scrawny, 5'1", 97.5 pounds. His like team magma hand-me-downs are like very like I'm wearing my 5-year older than me big brother's clothes, like they're just not, and you see he's got some like office clips or something that he's done to try to like tailor it to himself around the back. But yeah, just like this coiffed anime black hair. He's wearing 2 separate monocles, and he has a third one as a pocket square. That I guess he's like sewn a pocket square into his uniform. And so anyway, no, this is the
tailor
best
it.
part. McKinley, this is the best part. No, so then I turned to him. Oh, look, it seems we what's the code here? Who goes there? Stop in the name of the law.
Will you shut up? God.
Allah.
So yeah, so of the people coming through, the first person you see is much taller than I don't know, much taller, but definitely taller than everybody else. 6 foot flat, heavier than everyone else too, at least visually, because apparently his uniform that they got him didn't fit because the sleeves have completely burst off. Just
This is a problem. They're dealing with this too.
just
Did you get my uniform? Because yours looks much too tight.
Right? Yeah. Odd bit of tattooing on one arm. And it's like sort of very bright blue hair just visible underneath the Team Magma hood, and blue eyes, bit of 5 o'clock shadow, looking at you with a confused look, mostly because of the way you're talking, honestly.
Never seen a black and white before. Oh, who else do I see in this group?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go around.
Yeah.
Angela, what do you look like? Or whoever wants to go first.
No, I can go. About 5'4". Currently stood next to a Charcadet. Long, kind of longer purple hair, kind of peeking through the hood. much as covered as possible. And just kind of plain looking, kind of simple looking face, plain looking face.
I'll fix that, darling.
Clearly
Don't
trying to
worry.
avoid eye contact, though that's normal. You wouldn't know that's normal for her. She's not doing it particularly because of you.
Yeah.
Clearly of some, like both, clearly of some Kalosian descent or that kind of part of the world.
Sure.
Just kind of not saying anything, just keeping an eye, just kind of looking around, seeing what's going on.
The only striking feature about Annabella, besides the purple hair, is the bright red scarf she's wearing.
I would assume she's trying to hide that under the robes, but I imagine that's pretty hard with the amount of scarf.
I
I
think,
mean, it
I
does
think
go with the
isn't
outfit.
isn't a red
It does,
scarf?
but I
Darling, I'm
imagine
a
it bulks out around
fashionista.
the shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm a fashionista. I can spot that I can
Yeah,
spot your
big red.
accessories from a mile
Yeah,
away.
big red scarf.
Oh my
around her
god,
neck.
is that Hermes?
Sure.
Uh,
Slightly Kalosian accent.
Sure.
Jack, will you describe how Ramon looks currently?
Ramon, uh, Ramon's outfit fits fine. He just looks uncomfortable in it anyway. He's ethnically Paldean. He's got black hair that he pushes back out of his face, but he's dyed a streak of it red. He's got eyebrow piercings and hearing aids. He's a relatively short dude. And he's looking at you very skeptically.
And Eric, will you describe what Gray currently looks like?
Yes, fellow steps through. You can see gray hair somewhat under the magma hood, and some relatively large circular shades that really do we need to have shades on right now. Taking a pull on my
It's indoors,
vape at the
please.
same time. I think it looks more like I'm trying to look cool pulling on the vape, but I am.
Oh, he can tell.
Yeah. Meanwhile, and maybe not totally comfortable in this Team Magma uniform, but somehow ended up with one of the shorter sets of shorts, and so you mostly see the leggings there. And honestly, just the most fantastic accentuation of the thighs right here.
Good cut for him.
Yeah, it's a great cut. It's not what he normally wears. He doesn't seem to feel totally comfortable right now, but honestly,
Works.
wow, my thighs.
Oh,
I love
Yeah,
it.
and
I love the through line of the thighs.
There is also a fifth member among them, on the taller side, red hair, fairly nondescript, or at least doesn't draw your attention immediately. Because everybody else is kind of like, that dude doesn't have sleeves. But yeah, so these five walk through.
Yeah.
And you recognize the slight disorientation that they all seem to have when they walk through the door, because that is familiar to you. It's the way you feel anytime you've been allowed to leave the secret base.
Yeah. You know, Original will immediately spot even just the mild amount of accessorization that is happening with these characters, and they'll say, "Oh, finally, someone who is not goon-like." he runs up to you. He goes, I'm so glad to see some other people trying to show some amount of personality with the way that they're wearing these uniforms. Honestly, it's been dreadful here the past few days. I can't stand it. But I guess what's the password? I don't know. The crow
Password.
calls at midnight.
Do you know the password?
Do you know the password? I'm here.
No.
I'm on
No,
this side. I'm
no,
facing
no,
this way.
I asked first. You asked that like you didn't know the password.
I know the password. McKinley, tell him the password. We know the password.
Oh no, you tell McKinley the password.
I just walk past them.
I want to see you tell McKinley the right password.
As this happens, two more individuals walk through the doorway. A much taller individual than the rest of the group, about 7 foot, and a teenage girl that you. That's May. Like that is the champion May, wearing a Team Magma uniform.
So while whoever, so I don't think my character notices this. I think
Castalia.
yeah, I think he's just going to pull one person aside. He's just going to pull Ramon aside, and he's just going to be like, "Listen, you don't want to be here, okay? Like it's dirty and it's cold, and they make you sleep on a size twin mattress."
Bone's going to breathe in as if to talk, and then just put an arm around you and pat your shoulder.
Yeah,
and be like, you just be my buddy. You just be my buddy for the evening.
That feels nice. You remind me of my maid, Ramona.
He's going to withdraw his arm.
No, she had strong hands.
Yeah, fantastic. I love it. It could not sound less like he loves it.
What's
don't think he
happening with
notices.
Champion May in the meantime?
Oh God.
Yeah, who's following the plot?
Oh right, that thing.
Yeah,
Bonus just gonna
Annabella
walk
just
on
like
through, because very
let's
clearly none of these people know what's going on, and he's just gonna go.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
Annabella sees that happen and just like let's keep going.
I definitely like just pushed past and kept going forward.
Yeah, does McKinley try to stop us?
He raises a hand, and the tall figure just says coconuts and keeps walking.
He's probably delighted you're walking
and
away from
McKinley
your
just
ship.
lowers his hand.
Yeah. You see, I knew the password. I knew the whole time. We all knew. See, McKinley, coconuts, and we walk through.
I like we walk through restaurants and keeps.
Yeah,
away from their station.
Yeah, I think McKinley looks around and realizes that he has been left alone.
I think he's delighted.
Yeah, no, just deflates in relief.
Please come back.
I like this idea. So as all of you walk off, the camera stays on McKinley. He just goes, finally, fucking silence. Just leans back against the wall. The camera slides to the rest of you as you are walking through the hallway.
Does Reginald keep up a commentary while walking behind us?
Jordan?
I'm so sorry. I completely blanked on that. I thought that was to Julia. I didn't even realize that was my character's name.
Happens.
Oh yeah, no, he's going
that's
to.
Me.
Yeah, no. Reginald would absolutely just be recounting the events of the past several days. Just trying to just immediately bring everyone up to speed, but while also quietly spilling the gossip about who's like stole somebody else's Capri Sun during mealtime.
While that's going,
and it's always somebody other than you.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm the
You're
good
never
guy
to blame.
here. Yeah.
I'm just gonna like look over towards Annabella and just like gesture with a hand to see if she'll walk up closer to me.
She will.
And just lean over. If he's willing to talk, Do you think you could make nice and see if he has anything useful to tell us?
I can see when I can get away to edgewise.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think he's kind of making his way around to this new group of people who showed up with some actual fashion sense, and yeah, I think he'll eventually make his way around to Annabella, and he'll be like, what brings you here?
I mean, aren't we all here for the same thing?
Okay, yeah. On 3, we both say the reason that we came here. Okay, because I bet it's going to be that I feel like everybody came here for the same thing. Okay, on 3, say it. 1, 2, 3. Real estate.
It starts with re and then goes into cruted at the end. And then I think she stops immediately and just blink blink. She does the anime double blink of like, I'm sorry, what?
Bone signs.
well-
So he's a twat, isn't he?
Yes. Sin sign.
My daddy told me that Team Magma. Okay, tell me about this. Okay, what's the most valuable thing in the world? Island real estate. And who are the only people out here right now who are making new islands pop up all over the place? Team Magma. So I thought, better get a leg up on this, all right? Talk to these guys, know where they're planting those islands. Boom! Huge tower, planted right off the resorts, far as the eye can see. You just my name across the top, every single one of them, connecting these dots, connecting the world. It's going to be fantastic. That was the dream. So far, things have been a bit more boot campy than I expected. I don't know. Some people are like talking about slavery a whole lot, making weird dreams. I don't know. I've just heard some rumblings through camp. Okay, you said something about being recruited though?
Yes, sorry. Yes. She dissociated like 2 minutes ago.
Tell me more about that. Recruited by who?
Um,
Just like blink, blink, blink. Yeah, sure, whatever you said.
exactly. And then she comes back in on like
Yeah,
said
no,
something about
he
being
gave
recruited.
his whole pitch for like Reginald Island Resort series
Exactly.
of like his
Didn't hear a
chain of
word.
hotels that he's going to use Groudon to make.
Didn't hear a word.
I finished filming that entire speech.
But yes, there were some people talking about this at the college, and I thought it would be interesting. How long have you been here?
What, 9 days, I think, correct?
Been about a week.
Like 7 days, yeah.
Ages. I'm wasting away. I've been long than I can remember.
I lean in, Annabelle, ask about the slave dreams.
In his head, he'll just hear, one moment, I'm trying to let him talk, he'll probably reveal it in a second.
Okay, I nod and I fall back.
No, like in character, like that's not an out of character, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, no.
anything. It's like,
Psychic. Yeah.
Yeah, but even in character, I'm just like, okay.
no, you're totally fine.
Yeah.
I
So
understand he's gonna
Reginald
be antsy about it.
he would be trying to like get the like he's trying to chit chat. He wants to know like where are you from, what brought you here, etc., etc. And is Annabelle just like shutting down hardcore?
Not fully hardcore, but she's clearly like there is
Overwhelmed?
a lot happening at her at the moment, and she has social anxiety.
Okay.
But she's trying to hold the conversation.
Reginald,
He
go ahead.
will Reginald will reach into his pocket, and he pulls out a little Pokeball. I assume I just have my Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He'll open it up, and a little Sinisty will come out. And it's just warm and toasty, and you see a little like steam wafting up out of it. Smells like mint. And he'll just hand it to her, to Annabelle, just to kind of like he's like it. she makes me feel better when I'm stressed about things. If you'd like to hold that for a minute.
Oh, special interest.
Just kind of under her breath to the Sinisty. It's like, and you're all right with this?
There is a bubble pop.
Uh,
Ramona's gonna sidle up and say, all right, so we haven't been at this post long before yet. Where's the hangout spot?
Well, currently I have 2 bunk beds. That is double the number that I had when I arrived. So at this
Other
rate,
people hang out.
at this rate, I will be controlling the whole base in a matter of weeks.
How do you sleep on both bunk beds at the same time?
How about
I
until then?
stand, or
When you
I
sleep?
We'll come back to that in a minute. So
Well, that
you
explains those dark circles. Okay.
No. He'll go and he searches for a mirror. He doesn't have one. He has to check it for later. He'll say, anyway, my corner is the most popular hangout. Everyone loves to come and talk to me over there. Other than that, and he'll name like whatever other social places he's seen.
There's a lounge and the mess hall.
Yeah. Those are really the 2 places that you see people congregate. When we are allowed to have food, people are pretty excited. That's usually when tensions are lowest. People tend to loosen up and talk a little bit more. Are we closer or further from a meal at this time?
You know that you are on because half of you eat one day and half of you eat the other. The other day, not the other people. But
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, I guess.
Donner party!
give it time.
Ain't no party like a Donner party. Because a Donner
Nope,
party
ain't-
stops for half of the people.
Yep, definitely ain't no party like a Donner party.
Right.
For better or for
But yeah,
worse.
you are you're
Why do
pretty
you think that I
excited. You're
said
due
that?
for breakfast tomorrow morning.
So you'll say,
Ooh,
if you're still here in the morning, we will be having breakfast. We'll be having a lovingly prepared meal of grits on gruel. It seems to be the house specialty. If I'm sure people will be willing to socialize at the gala that event will create, if you would be so inclined. You're welcome to sleep in the bunks near mine tonight. They seem to be slowly vacating and moving further and further away. So there is a great amount of space over in the corner from me. I'm not quite sure why. I promise I'm not sick.
I'm attempting to lead the way towards the greatest mass of like people that I can sense with my aura, with that I can sense the aura of, while
Okay.
this is all happening behind me.
Yeah.
You come
Ramon's trying to figure
into
out where to head for that very thing.
a small lounge. Fairly decently sized, I should say. There seems to be a pool table, and there is a pool cue. And all the balls are there, but it seems they only have one pool cue. There is a TV in the corner. It's currently playing just the weather. But there are a number of people in here either just reading. Two of them are against the pool table, just sort of rolling balls back and forth to each other. And there are a number of people in here just wasting time.
With my go ahead, check.
Are any of them from Diamond Clan?
Well, that's what I was about. Yeah, so with my Diamond Clan tattoo, because it is a specifically Diamond Clan tattoo on display, I'm looking around to see if anybody like fixes eyes on it for longer than you would just to go, oh, that's a neat tattoo, and seeing if any aura like pings a recognition.
Well, the good news is your sister went home.
Yeah.
So there's that. Because that does ping in your mind for just like half a second.
Yeah.
Where you're like, nope, she's safe.
Yeah.
But there is a gentleman in the corner who kind of like he does the thing that I do when another human enters the room and check who has entered. Because threat assessment. But he like leans up, sees a number of people, leans back, and then sits bolt upright to look at you again.
Do I see any recognition in his aura?
Oh yeah.
Because we're here to rescue our friends. I don't know if we know how many of them are here.
She gave us a number, but we don't know where.
4.
There are 4 of them. Yeah.
This might be one.
I'm just gonna gesture towards the others and then like separate and walk over that way.
I'll go to the pool table.
Okay.
Gray,
Yare, or Annabella.
Anna will stick near for, despite her better judgment, will stick near Reginald.
Okay.
Because she can try to talk to him more because she's been designated that partially. So
I figured that someone that can read minds might be able to get actual information out of him.
Partially, yes.
So doesn't understand fully how your power set works.
No, and to be fair, partially neither does she. But she is also, there is while he's talking, a quick telepathic sweep of the room because she can pick up like surface thoughts without making people aware.
As your detection sort of slides through the minds of these individuals, your kite of perception just sort of gliding through them like hopping through the ocean, until you get to the person in the corner that So is approaching, at which point your detection slams into a brick wall and is bounced back, which is familiar to you. You encountered it a couple days ago.
From Maui? Was that what she was doing intentionally, or was that the result of the bomb?
That was the result of the bomb. So you're, if you would bet money on it.
Yes, same signature, everything, same little like crown shaped.
Yep.
Yeah, and looking at his aura, do I see the black line?
Yes.
Does anybody else in the room have that black line?
No.
If you hear in your head, I assume you've already noticed, but he does have the same thing how we did.
I was thinking back, assuming that it'll work. Yeah, could you let Cresselia know?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna like walk up to him and lean in maybe a little bit closer than is necessary and go, I'm Kisuke So. I'm Maui's brother.
That immediate recognition, eyes go wide, and you see him like go to stand and then sit back down and just very like compose himself very quickly. He'll just nod.
I'm here to get you and 3 others out of here. Do you know where they are?
He will not. He will shake his head and then nod. Not all of them.
Are any more here?
There's one.
Where are they?
he stands and stretches and tosses a book onto the table. And just looks to the two gentlemen who were in the corner with him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to our room and pass the fuck out. I'll see the two of you later. This not eating bullshit is getting to me. And he steps out of the lounge and immediately sidesteps to the right.
I'm going to just check the book in case. I don't think there's anything there for me. And dawdle for a moment before turning to follow. And hoping that Cresselia will see where I'm going and choose to follow.
Yeah, she'll let Cresselia know. Annabella will let Cresselia know. It's like, we found another one, so I was dealing with it. Keep an eye out.
Can do. And
Oh.
she will she is there and then is not there. Darkrai, as soon as you guys walked away from the opening, just fucking vanished.
Nice.
You have no idea where Darkrai is right now.
Fair.
If any of us can take care of themselves, it's Darkrai.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to, while I'm in here, keep an eye out for anyone who looks to be college age, especially if they have any hearing paraphernalia.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
So good at this. I want elemental connection, deaf. Give me a 2 extra.
Yes, the deaf type.
They're immune to X-Cloud.
They all inherently have soundproof.
If you're blind, you can be dark type.
Oof.
I should have soundproof. That would be dope.
You can
Yeah.
flip on and off soundproof.
Actually, one of the individuals that you are walking towards at the pool table, it has a set of not hearing aids, but an obvious set of cochlear implants.
I will sign my greetings to them.
They will sign back, and they will give you the sign for Bird, but will tell you that their name is Jay.
I will introduce myself as appropriate for a deaf person, like name, finger spelling, and name sign. And I'm going to chat with them. I don't need to take the screen right now. I just want to establish that I'm looking for my people too.
Yeah.
Love that. During the conversation, you learned that they've been signed up for about 3 weeks. They're not exactly
Been signed up.
Yeah, been signed up for a few weeks now. And that they brain words are gone. They sign to you because they inform you that no one else in the room can read sign that they know of, but they will tell you that the last 3 weeks have not been fun, and they really would like to drop employment, but don't really know if that's an option.
Oh, that if they're gonna just blatantly tell me that, I'm just gonna blatantly tell them, well, let's find out.
But they kind of blink at you a couple times.
I give them a shit-eating grin. And tell them to trust me.
Roll me charm, and you can add 5 to the roll.
Or your elemental connection deaf.
Yeah.
Wow,
I don't
okay.
know how to add 5, so
We can just add. We can just say whatever. Like just mentally add
It's
5.
the second window, I think, is the that pops up. It lets you add a flat
yeah, I
modifier.
saw where I could add D6 to it.
Yeah, this first window adds dice. The second window adds flat modifiers, I think.
I
I
forget.
don't know.
Whichever.
I don't know. I
Either
don't
way,
know how it
50.
works. 15.
They give you a smile back. Not as shit eating, but a fairly toothy smile.
I'll give him a pat on the back and pick up the pool cue and um uh initiate a proper game.
Reginald and Annabella, the two of you, any prime conversation topics? Aside from location.
I imagine there is a moment where Annabella manages to try and get a word in edgewise. It's right. So, are you worried at all about your family missing you? You seem to have been away a while.
Oh no, Daddy trusts me implicitly with the mission. That won't be an issue at all. If anything, they won't be missing me. You know, I've been sent to accomplish what needs to be done, and I am allowed. I mean, I am welcome back. Once the mission. I mean, I want to go back. I will finish the mission, and then go back because it's my choice to do so, and that's what's happening.
Yeah. Uh, she hears that part. Well, she hears all of it because it's not quite as obnoxious. Um, and she just tilts her head slightly.
Oh no, he's pathetic.
Yeah. And then
Well,
he will hear her voice in his head. Like her mouth does not move, but she will hear. He will hear her voice. I need you to promise you won't react to this.
no, I do think he kind of like freezes up, but he'll if it's in her literal voice, I think he'll stop for a second.
It's her voice. It's just her mouth isn't moving.
Okay. I think he looks like he's seen a ghost, but he doesn't respond yet.
Mm-hmm. I can explain later. But I promise you're not going crazy.
How are you doing that without moving your mouth?
I'll explain later. Yeah, if you are interested in getting out of here and doing things that you would actually want to do, we can help with that. But you need to not say a word.
He'll stop for a second. He'll consider it. He'll say, unrelated to anything anyone hasn't said, this is the best boarding school I've ever been sent to. Wink, wink.
The last time, rich guy, you need to actually wink. Don't just say it.
And he'll lean into Annabella and he'll say, actually, I have something rather embarrassing to say. Well, I don't know. You tell me. It's either embarrassing or cool. Tell me, is this embarrassing or is it cool? They keep calling me rich guy. I keep telling. So my dad is very rich, and technically I once was, but I spent all of my trust fund on something really, really sweet. Like, you know, I met some kid from in Pallet Town, and he had some shitty little rat, and he's like, "Look how strong my starter is," and I'm like, "Bitch, please."
That would completely depend on what you want with your money, I suppose.
No, you know, this might. I don't like to brag about things I don't like showing off, but who knows what my if push comes to shove, I may have to just a little bit.
Very well.
If we have to metaphorically speaking, fight our way out of in fight our way in to the enemy territory, uh I'll have us covered. Don't worry.
All right, just try to keep this on the down low, and we'll try to get people out as best as possible.
And yeah, he'll try to reconvene with the rest of the party with Annabella.
Yeah. Annabella's just gonna kind of stay floating. Oh,
No, go ahead.
yeah, Annabella's just gonna try to stay floating, just kind of keep everybody in rough
Annabelle
range.
starts levitating.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll walk up to Ramon and say, "All right, well, Annabella has voted me to be team leader. So we need to
She
start
hears that.
coordinating."
She hears that immediately in his head. No, I did not.
She did she?
Yes, she absolutely did. Now, we need to start coordinating here. I'm
Sorry,
in
I'm
on
having trouble hearing you. Can you speak up?
Please tell me. Please tell him that the initiation rite for being team leader is a fist fight with So.
You see, I'm
Shit,
a
that's
little
so
hard
funny.
of hearing. So if you could sign it, I would understand a lot better.
Oh, gosh darn! I left my APOM at home. Let me write it out for you, and he'll
You
write
find
out.
some paper. We'll talk later. Bye.
Great, great. Okay, I'll go get some. This is gonna be great. I'm just gonna run off find some paper. I think he goes to the mess hall and you see him just pulling napkins, and he looks for a pen and there's clearly not one, so he grabs a bunch of ketchup packets and starts spelling out some messages on the napkins.
That'll take a
By
while.
the time it gets back to Ramon, it's gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Annabella sees Annabella in Ramon's head again. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? The first one comes out in Colossian, accidentally.
Ramon just fucking shrugs.
As that is happening, so the friend of Owie's has led you through a series of turns in this secret base, and you stop at a door, and immediately on the other side you recognize this aura reading. This is one of your sister's best friends.
Ah.
This is a girl who you have. I don't know your entire relationship with your sister, but this is a girl you have probably teased at some point, or she's at least been over at your house 15 to 20 times for overnight stays.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
you
yeah,
know of.
Yeah. Good childhood friend.
Yeah. But he knocks on the door, and a shorter girl, black hair, her hair done into two braids that meet just past her shoulders. Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm just going to. Is there anybody else in the room?
There's one other girl in the room.
He's just gonna hand up and then gesture to follow and step back.
You see her step to the side of the doorway, hear her putting on slippers, and she will step out of the room. She is very, very clearly in potentially issued pajamas. They're just cotton black tee and cotton shorts, a bright red M emblazoned on the chest.
Fantastic.
Looking at the first one, is there an empty room we can use?
She will point down the hall.
Nod for them to lead the way.
And yeah, she will lead the way and open the door into a room with just a table and a chair on either side of that table.
Once all three of us are in, doors closed behind us. Out loud, he'll just go, "Did you follow us?" Hoping that Cresselia is in the room.
Knock, knock, knock.
Open the door again.
It's me. No, sorry.
And thus-
Immediate punch.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, Cresselia is you're doing that thing where you bend with the whole body to wave hello.
Yeah.
And then just slides past you into the room.
And to the others. Once the door is closed. All right, so Aoi sent me in to help get the two of you and the other two out.
Good luck.
Before we do that, you two have had a thing put in your brain by Courtney.
I'm sorry, come again?
Had either one of you ever learned to read aura?
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't supposed to, but your sister taught me.
Look at his aura. Do you see the black outline?
It's faint, but yeah.
Now look at mine.
Interesting.
Courtney has put a psychic trap in the two of you, Aoi, and I'm assuming the other two as well that came from Sinnoh. We've already gotten rid of Aoi's.
That's huge. And she just sits down in the chair. That's so we're gonna die then.
No. I'll look over at Cresselia.
I do apologize. This might potentially hurt. If you have a wallet, I would advise biting down on it. And she just goes over. It is very, very caring, very loving.
I will hand both of them a little bit of leather.
It is very. Cresselia reaches out, takes the girl's chin in her hand, and then wraps the other hand around her head, makes her look at her, and then you see your sister's friend's head just sort of lull back. And she's like, "Give it a second." And then she just screams. And Cresselia clamps the hand over her mouth.
I'm going to go move close to the door so that if somebody comes running, I can knock them out.
I forgot how bad you people are with pain.
Yeah, not everyone's been trained to resist it.
You see her visibly relax, and Cresselia pulls her hand away. Blood trailing from her hand. Well, that hurt a bit. I don't think I can do that too many times, she says as she
Wait,
holds out her right hand.
you did it that quickly?
As she holds up her right hand, all 5 of her fingertips have started to turn black.
Yeah. Whew.
I mean, the body is inconsequential, but this cuts deeper.
Yeah, same thing happened to Latios and Latios, but it took them all day.
Not to say anything negative of the Eon duo, but there is a reason.
Oh, to the other 2 who have no idea what's going on, and who go, "Oh, by the way, this is Cresselia."
That you can just drop that. That's you can just that's that's like saying I got ice cream at the store. This is I'm freaking out. And he just goes over and sits in the corner.
Did somebody say ice
Understandable.
cream?
I assume he's rocking back and forth a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Looks at him. Is this guy from Sinnoh, or is he from? Or
Yeah.
I was like,
He's Diamond Clan.
okay, yeah.
Has the blue hair and everything.
Gotcha. It's like, I mean, looks like Cresselia. Am I the weird one?
Yeah. Sorry, sweetie.
Oh.
Poke my head in. I heard the words ice cream.
Reach over, grab Gray, yank him in, close the door. What are you doing?
When did we get ice cream?
This is a covert thing, Gray.
Uh-huh.
You're not grocery shopping.
We are not grocery shopping.
Cresselia walks around the table and does the little kid thing where you crouch and put your entire body on your knees to talk to them. This is gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie. At all. It's going to be immensely painful. But you should know and relish in the fact that everybody who has gone through this has survived. And she just reaches out and touches him, and he goes limp immediately. And when he does, Cresselia's arm is launched back and dents the wall.
No.
Which this is a concrete compound.
Yep.
And she just dented into that.
Not bad for a special attacker.
The rest of her hand goes black.
No. Please tell me the bomb has not been activated.
You okay?
Okay. That hurt a lot. He will survive.
Good. Are you? What is that? What is happening with that? I say, gesturing towards the hand.
Think of it like small contained blasts. We didn't want them going off in their heads, so
Taking it on it yourself. Is that something Dark Fry could help with? Given he's kind of immune to that kind of thing?
you see Cresselia. She furrows her brow. And you see a bevy of emotions go across her face as she's just sitting there.
What does her aura say?
You get frustration. You get utter confusion at a point, and blinding fury.
I didn't think of that, is what I'm getting.
A little bit. but you see, as she's sitting concentrating, the thing that you're picking up on, people. You can roll me intuition.
Yeah.
I'm picking up sibling rivalry type
Yeah,
vibes.
exactly. I mean, they are literally counterparts.
13.
Could be that she didn't consider that because she didn't want to let him get involved with anything. He's also dark type. You don't know if her messages can get to him, so that might also be part of it.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone.
There is a knock at the door.
Go to open it.
7-foot tall figure
Oh, there you are.
7.
leans
Not
under
quite,
the
not quite
doorway
long.
and walks over to Cresselia. He says nothing, just grabs her arm and puts it in front of his face. And then interweaves his fingers into hers, and that blackness just draws into his palm and just does nothing.
Yay.
I want you to remember this. You weren't outsmarted by me. You were outsmarted by a human. Remember that.
Make it hurt worse.
And there is a ringing in the room as a slap smacks across his face. And with that reverberation going through the room, that is where we'll end for the week.
Ooh.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.